start?
Yeah.
Why is it face down?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Okay, now we started apparently.
It's
been a while.
It is. It's been, what, fucking month and a half?
Probably.
We've been busy.
Yeah. Welcome to the Nova Teams podcast.
Number something.
God only knows.
No, last one was 8, this one's 9.
Okay,
what about the mobile?
so
Do we count the mobile?
What?
Do we count the mobile?
No,
Oh no, we don't count them as we don't count the mobiles and other ones as numbers. We like just count.
Those are just
Lost podcast.
No, those are in between podcasts.
Yeah,
Keep
so
up
these
on.
ones are like officially numbered.
So it's like so that was pretty much a point. That was an 8.5, I guess.
Sure,
Don't call it a point, because I'll get
Why?
Because if you start saying 8.5, 8.2, 8.3, I get confused. It'll be just fucked.
Why would we want to use something other than 5?
Game Informer does it.
Why not 8?
I'm saying this is
Point.
number 9.
Yeah, that'll be the 8.8.
This is podcast number 9.
It'll be 9.8.
The other ones were just lost.
So
Those are just in between. Keep you up to date.
All right.
Well,
so,
this one's kind of interesting because we have all of Nova Team's leaders here, so.
Yeah.
So this one should be nice.
You know, Flick was asking about that, if he was even in Nova Team. I was like, yeah, you know, it's our group of
Yeah,
friends.
he's in Nova Team.
Plus, he knows how to make games, and he
So do
knows
I.
everything that he wants to know.
I'm not saying he's not like a part of Nova Team.
No,
I'm
we're
saying
just-
that we're the leaders of Nova Team.
He also lives in Maryland.
We're usually the ones that
Fucking
provide. We always provide like something for the group.
phone, podcast.
Pat, we're gonna have to talk to you about something about that.
What?
We're gonna replace you.
you sure have been replaced.
Fucking computers.
Yeah, eventually.
Damn computer made in China.
Alright,
I'm waiting
what's
for the
up?
day that we get laid off at Sunflower because they find some sort of machine that replaces the whole
Oh,
building.
Russian machine.
A Russian machine.
Alright, let's introduce ourselves now. People haven't heard us for a while now. Alright, my name is Skylar Davis.
Laura Gundy.
Patrick Ramirez.
Sean Petty.
And the all awesome David Olbert.
Which fucking is gay.
Don't fucking
No.
That made me
Out of
sad.
this room, there's 2.
Thanks, guys.
I'm a victory beer.
We totally forgot about you.
Victory beer.
Yeah, Scar is
Dude, that's a cool hoodie. Let's stay on the back.
Okay, Creeper.
Yeah, really.
Sweet.
Super innocent.
Dude, he looks like with the glasses and the hoodie, he looks like he's like a crack dude.
A crack dude?
Yeah, like he.
Like a crack dealer?
No, crack out. Both of them. A dude who does crack and deals it.
Hey, you never do your own supply. That's where you fuck up.
Yeah, but dude, you remember what is it, the animated one where
Oh,
Michael was there and he's like, okay, go to this shop and I'm gonna hook you up, all right?
Yeah. This is my
That's
name.
what he looks like.
God, that was bad. That was shady.
That wasn't really. No, but the way he like handled it, where he's like, well, I'm busy, but I promise you, next time I will definitely go there. That is how you handle it. Is you like politely tell him, next time I will definitely go there.
Yeah.
What I want to play, thanks to Michael and Gavin, is Slender.
Oh yeah, dude, I played
Was
it.
that the one with the
Slenderman.
It was the notes on the trees, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, well, not trees, but like everywhere.
I
There's 8 notes.
I was very surprised seeing them playing that because the first time I ever saw somebody playing it was PewDiePie's channel and all that stuff.
Yeah.
He usually does all his horror games, and watching him play that was fucking funny. Michael and Gavin's like,
No, I didn't
oh my god, he's there! I just saw him!
I like how like they're playing in the middle, like Gavin will let go of the fucking mic. He's like, stop it!
Okay.
All you're doing is controlling the fucking light.
Alright, so if we do end up getting the thing for our recording things, one of us needs, like two of us needs to play the game and do that same thing where someone controls the movie and someone controls the walking.
Oh, dead.
We'll die.
No, dude, I got what you.
We'll do what we usually do. Work well for a while. All of a sudden, one of us just decides, fuck it, I'm just gonna fuck it. I'm just gonna fuck the whole
you
thing over.
are going to be the one controlling the mouse, the vision, the flashlight, and you're going to be like, look up,
No,
look up, until you're looking at the sky like, hey, I can't see where I'm going. Can't see where I'm going. You'll look down, and there's that fucker asshole right there.
No, what I'll do is I'll look down, I'll start shaking my crack, like, oh my god! It's something like, the vision's like all blurry.
Do you guys know anything about Slenderman?
The game itself? Yeah.
No, not the game.
No,
but
the
Slenderman.
creepypasta. The guy?
No, yeah.
Like, apparently, like, he was, I remember the first time he came out and all that stuff in 2010. Like, he was just created and all that stuff. And then all of a sudden he just died down, and all of a sudden it came back up during, like, thanks to these games that have been coming out about Slenderman. And
Minecraft the Enderman is based off of him.
yeah, but no one really knows too much about that.
Because a lot of people that play it right now are either on the 360 or people that don't play it.
I play it on the computer.
Yeah, the computer's the only one that has.
It wouldn't let me log on.
Dude,
It
fucking
sucks.
Miners TNT is the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah, because you keep everything like it's
Yeah, they need to put that in the 360 version because.
They need to put a lot of shit in there.
They have the official release on the PC. The one on 360 is like beta 1.7.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Which there's an update coming to.
There's no?
Yeah, an actual.
Well, they're
good
gonna keep
update.
updating it because like the computer is way ahead, so they're gonna start updating.
Well, they said in some fucking release that they talked about that they're not going to update it completely to where the computer is because at that point it would be no point to playing it because you can just do what the fuck you want. It's just like a
Oh, it's like
PC.
creative mode.
Yeah, and so they're going to sit there and they're going to limit it back to how much you can do. But they're going to try.
Well,
to
no,
keep
I
up
still think they
to
should
the
do a creator mode because I mean making some of the worlds like that are just awesome.
Yeah.
There's those people
I mean,
that are doing pixel art.
And there's like
or
I mean,
3D art.
and then there's some people who want to just like do it legit where it's like you start in a world with monsters and you go off and make your
Fuck.
Well,
shit.
with the PC version in creative mode, there can be monsters there and everything, but they won't really attack you unless you attack them first, much like wolves will on peaceful.
I kill wolves.
I kind of want just more
Oh, no.
enemies.
I want.
Like cave
I want smarter. Except
Yeah.
for the fucking jockey that jumped out, like he was a jockey, jumped out of the tree and attacked me, and I'm like, fucking Spider-Man! every time me and Adrian, we're in the forest trying to find wolves and shit, and we're looking for random shit, just exploring, me and Adrian bored. And every time I walk in the forest, spiders would jump out of the trees at me, and I'd yell Spider-Man, and he's like, I gotcha! And then he would end the thread. It was the shit.
So, but the video of Slenderman, what I found was funny about it was Michael's like, we could just sit here and wait for 12 hours and then the sun will come up. He's like,
No,
that's fucking
no,
Skyrim!
that was Gavin that said it. He's like, that's fucking Skyrim! We got all pissed at it. He's like, you can't just sit here.
I don't know. Is Gavin really that stupid, or is he just?
I think he's just fucking around.
There's behind the scenes videos of him, and he's really that stupid.
Is he? Oh.
Fuck.
Kind of like how Joel isn't like Caboose exactly, but he kind of is.
Yeah, but he's almost, like, if you notice and stuff, like, a lot of the, like, I don't know if this is real or whatever, like, the way they act, but, like, in a lot of the live, like, Rooster Teeth videos and stuff, he's, like, the only one with, like, common sense when they're doing something.
Well, he's actually a smart guy.
Yeah.
He likes, but when he starts getting alcohol, that's when he fucks up.
That's probably when he's, like,
And, like, when he was doing the, one of the panels at RTX, which we were going to next year,
Definitely.
oh, yeah.
he was getting drunk, and he wasn't making shit for sense. Like, he kept talking about, what was he talking about? He was talking about something sciencey. Everyone's like, no, shut up, stop, no. And he's like, no, and then he gets defensive now anytime that they bring it up. Fuck yeah.
That made total sense, Pat.
It made great sense.
Yeah, I know. Totally lost us.
Back on track.
When are we ever on track? Because it wasn't, only the first podcast did we ever have a list of things to do.
Our E3 podcast was on track.
Well, if we ever get
But
more,
that's how we actually had, like, a full subject of stuff to talk about. Usually, like, the first podcast is the only one where we had actually a list of topics that we officially went by. Since then, we've just been fucking talking about whatever.
Well, no,
if we ever get complaints, then yes, we'll make it.
Well, no, through a week or two, I sit there and I keep up on something. I just remember.
Who are we going to get complaints from? Our family members, Jen, Junior, his dad?
My dad says he's an asshole for what he says about old people.
Well, people fucking suck. Pat's just an asshole all around.
Okay, first of all.
I don't think I'm an asshole.
I'm not an asshole.
You're not an asshole.
I'm a dick.
You are what you eat.
She got you there.
Air 5.
Air 5. Why are we doing Air 5?
Because we're all the way across. So.
Wait, what?
Have you guys seen the new Let's Play of Minecraft?
The number 9?
Yeah.
No, I didn't watch it yet. I was going to, but my internet went out.
The first time, if you've never seen Jeff angry,
Oh, no, I've seen him angry.
no, I mean really angry, not like play around, haha,
No,
kind of
when
thing.
he's gotten, like, literally pissed. There was a video where Gavin did something, and it was like one of those behind-the-scenes things, and, like, he just got fucking angry and was just like, fuck you, and got, like, super, that look on his face of just, like, get away from me. Go away now.
Well, he gets pissed again.
Nice. Well, yeah, there was also when fucking, who was it? It was in the last Let's Play. I think it was Gavin was fucking with him, or...
By the way, is Gavin makes him pissed?
Well, yeah, because
Dude, everybody, like, whatever it is, it's like, everyone hates Gavin. Like, yeah, but he did fuck with them and stuff on the latest Let's Play on Minecraft. He killed Jeff, who apparently went off and beat the shit out of him off screen because...
That's the video, that was one of them.
Yeah,
I haven't watched
because
that one yet.
he killed him and he had like 6 pieces of gold, and he's like, fucking Gavin! You just hear him like jump up, the microphone like get cut out for something, and then Jack's like, and Jeff
You just hear-
continues to beat the shit out of
You hear
Gavin.
Gavin laughing and
Yeah, I'm like, oh, he's cracking up and stuff. He's just like, I don't think I've ever seen you beat the shit out of anyone before.
It's
And
funny.
then there was a
I have
time
to
where, what is it? Michael tackled Gavin when they were getting the rail cart achievement
Yeah.
because Gavin got onto the car and went off and stuff, and he was getting the achievement, and everyone was trying to stop him from getting it. All of a sudden, Michael just tackled him to
Yeah,
the
that was
ground.
like
apparently.
the second Let's Play.
Yeah,
Yeah, when they
I
were
was
doing-
laughing so hard at that.
It is so fucked up. Like Gavin takes it too far sometimes.
He does, but
It's all in good fun. That's very understandable.
at a certain point. But I mean, like, apparently Jeff was just having a piss day and stuff
Yeah.
because
Well, he's never on the fucking podcast.
Well, no, Jeff. Are we talking about the number 9?
what?
We're
The
talking
recent one. So Jeff was pissed that day.
the reason why he's pissed right now at this point is because he's like really sick.
Yeah, I
He's
think
also
so.
swamped because he's running Achievement Hunter. You know.
Well, yeah, it was like he's in charge of achievement hunters.
And his fans, his loyal fans,
Loyal fans.
want him back on the podcast.
And,
Yeah, but they-
and his loyal fans joined him on Halo Reach last night.
I was busy doing adult things.
I had to sleep because I had to wake up at 4 in
You
the
stop
morning.
masturbating.
I wasn't doing
too.
that.
You said adult things. I went to that.
Yeah, because you think adult things mean masturbating.
Version.
You guys stayed out of my room.
I slept in there, and not a damn roach attacked me.
You sound happy that you slept in the old room.
I slept in your sister's bed.
I slept in your sister's bed.
Oh.
I woke up
Have you
thinking...
ever seen my sister? Oh wait, you called dibs that one time we were at my house.
I swore one of the
So-
times that she was in the room with me, and I was freaking out because I was like, "Why are you in this room?"
Oh,
I'm
because
sorry,
there was a picture up
and
there.
I was only in my boxers, and I'm freaking out like, "I'm sorry, but I'm sleeping in your bed." And I realized I was talking to a fucking picture.
So
I realized I was a little drunk.
So apparently, you, Laurel, and Kyle, out of like our group of friends, are the only ones that have slept in my sister's bed.
That's a comfy bed.
If I were in
My
your,
bed's comfier.
if I were in your situation, I'd be like, hey.
Well, no, you know, this is how it played out. I'm laying there, and I was just looked over, and I noticed it, and I was like, oh shit, and that's when she was at the VMAs, or whatever the fuck she was doing in California.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, sorry, and I was like, yeah, I'm sleeping in your bed. David says, so what? And I look over, and he sees the picture, and I was like, am I that drunk?
For whatever reason, I find out that like you actually ever say like, "Hey, what's up, baby?" to my sister, I'm gonna have to kick your ass.
I'm gonna film it.
Go for it. Go for it.
Like if you ever meet my
If like everyone's like, it's like, hey guys, what's up? Hey, what's up? Hey.
Well, no,
Hey.
No, the first thing I was gonna do, we were talking about going to LA and visiting her, and I was like, slept in your bed.
That's the first thing I'm gonna say. My sister's gonna open doors and she's gonna give me a hug, like, hey.
I'd be like,
I'm gonna be like, yeah, this is Sean, Skylar, Laurel, Pat, and Pat's like instantly gonna say, I slept in your bed.
And I'm like, I did too.
Alright, Pat, you need to take a picture when we ever get to David's place again. I'm gonna be on her bed and everything. You get the picture you thought was her. Right here. And I'm like, you're like, let's do this, like.
Well, the smoke.
Don't could get him in trouble.
No, not the smoke.
Okay,
It's just
not really,
smoke.
Louis.
It's just like,
Be like,
Oh,
oh god. Wasn't there that thing going around where someone had a picture of your sister and you asking, or someone was asking, would you date her? Or
yeah, we had that huge thing in high school. All like throughout. Okay, so
only one person said no.
All right, so
I don't know how you could.
no. There were let me explain this real quick. So apparently in the guys' locker room during high school, we had
Each other?
Huh? Yeah, that's exactly what we did.
I'm like,
Oh, we did all the
No,
time.
but there was a poll going around, like, someone, I don't remember who, knew my sister, and he started a poll where he's just like, okay, show a picture of your sister, and we'll see, like, and it was like, do you think his sister's hot? And what was it, one dude, I'm pretty sure it was gay, said no.
So
Robert went to the pool party just because your sister was in a bikini. Yeah, there was a senior pool party, whatever, and we texted him. He's like, hey, you coming to this and stuff? Because
like, nah,
we kind of went and crashed it, and whatever. We just went for the hell of it. And well, no, I was a senior at the time. Yeah, so I guess I just brought you along. Yeah. Anyway, but my sister was there, and his sister was there, and at first we was like, so you coming to this? He's just like, no, I don't really feel like coming at all. It's like, dude, you do realize David's sister's here in a bikini, right? He's like, really?
Really?
He's just like, I'll be there in a while.
Okay, speaking of like stories about pool parties, The last time Pat was at the pool party thing, Jacob was with us, and they sneak in and like Pat is in his pants.
I'm in my jeans still.
Like, and he's like still in his shirt, and Jacob's hanging out with us, and he turns around. Pat takes off his shirt, but he's facing the back towards. And Jacob was like, "Oh my god."
Oh, I heard that. There was like the.
I just saw a girl just take off her shirt.
Okay, me and Jacob.
Apparently it's Pat.
Me and Jacob were sophomores, and since it was my first year at Ampi, we snuck in, and he looks like a little kid anyway. So we snuck in, saying we were freshmen, and they were asking, why don't you have shorts? I was like, oh, I only have pants with me, you know, and so whatever. And I was hanging out with Zach, and I took my shirt off, I was standing there, and all of a sudden I hear, holy shit, a girl's lost her top! And you, Jacob, Allie, and someone else were just like looking over like, what? And then I'm just standing there, and I was like, fuck. Jacob's like, oh, fuck, it's Pat. And I was just like, I don't know if I should be offended, if you guys think I look like a girl, or if I should be happy to have a good
figure. To the point where I'm barely knowing Pat. This time, I barely know him.
Oh, God, that fucking sucked.
That was probably old. I bet that was hilarious.
I got in a lot of trouble for that.
Oh, my God.
I gotta say though, I like the Ampi pool, dude. The diving board was
I'm not allowed back, so fuck you.
Well, neither is Flick.
Ampi sucks.
Don't even go with the some
Yeah,
kind
fuck
of
you,
lifeguard
Ampi.
there, or just
I know the
way
lifeguards.
too strict.
I know the lifeguards there.
They're too fucking strict.
Dude, they let me do it the fuck I
Basically,
want.
you can swim. You can't do anything else. You can't splash. You can't have any kind of fun time antics. All you can do is.
That's why you get to know the lifeguards. I'm allowed to splash. I can do backflips and front
The lifeguard be in the middle of the pool, and they're like, you can't do that. Go fuck yourself. You want to come in here and stop me?
Hey, you got a pair.
I know I do. Why are you looking, Pat?
That's dirty.
I was looking at the screen.
You're still over to me. You're still over to me, buddy.
Spend the extra time to clean them in the shower.
Oh, man.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yep.
Yeah.
You don't want chlamydia.
No, you don't. You can get chlamydia just being dirty. You can get an STD from just being dirty. This world is fucked.
I don't want to fucking with that.
I've been seeing a lot of cancer from Starlight. So.
Lately, I've been seeing a lot of these photos comparing from the 2000 and today's, like, people like in elementary
That's
school.
a drastic
and, like,
change for 10 years.
Yeah, it's a big change when you see kids playing around, and then you go from today and people are bumping and grinding on each other.
I saw that one. It was like, what was it? It was like 10-year-olds from 10 years ago, and
Birthday parties like
they were like all running around,
ago.
playing, you know, having fun. And then it shows like the same, well, not the
Birthday
same kids,
party
but same age
2012.
kids nowadays. And yeah, they're bumping and grinding against each other apparently. And I'm like,
Wrong game of Pentatellum.
Back in the 90s and 80s, metal and rock got criticized big time. Why the fuck is this mainstream shit not got criticized yet?
I don't know, dude.
Our world it isn't.
Our world's getting fucked up.
Because none of the rap nowadays, like that's one genre that they used to like mock and shit, like, oh, you know, it's too violent. Now they're just talking about
Parties.
lollipops.
Lollipops, parties, all want to get dirty.
And, you know, so that's like, they're not going after them. They're not going after rock anymore that much because it's gone so fucking pussy that it's...
They're going after Justin Bieber.
Yeah, they
Have you ever
are.
noticed that, like the mainstream music I've noticed lately has been very simplified, and all of the subjects are about being at parties, clubs, girls,
Summertime.
getting high,
Drinking.
summertime,
Fucking
and they've become so simple to make. It's been like literally just the same beat.
Say baby 3 times over and you have a song.
Yeah.
Baby, baby.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm a freaking singer.
And you just auto-tune and then you got a rap song. And I'm trying to figure out, why is this popular?
Well, like,
Why is it
I was listening to rap back in the 90s and shit like that.
But that was
you know.
good stuff.
I grew up, you know, with like Eazy-E and shit, and nowadays, like, everyone's like talking like, oh, you know, what genre's like, and I'd say, you know, I said pretty much anything except for fucking, you know, country, and we're bullshitting. They're like, oh, you like, and they'll start naming off like these new age shitty rappers.
Like,
It's like
who's that?
that shit.
I don't even listen to new music nowadays. I listen to like, you know,
anything like 6 years ago and before starts getting, you know, good. And if you go like 10, 15 years, it's getting better. If you go 30 years past, there's some good music.
well, that's the thing. Like back when I
For
was
the past 2 years, I've only found one album that's been very good and it's very just awesome. It's the only one I found is Lamb of God and like.
You have like the Diamond in the Rough nowadays. You find like one good out of like
Yeah.
1000. But there's a like
Corn is gone to shit.
when I was a kid though and stuff, like, you know, my mom didn't like want me to listen to like Linkin Park and stuff, but that was like, but it was like good music back then. Now and stuff, their music just is not.
Yeah, like stuff like Linkin Park.
Ever since Minutes to Midnight, I feel like they
I
just
just
got
like
downhill.
Sun,
Minutes to Midnight
Foo
sucked.
Fighters.
Yeah.
Any Foo Fighters new stuff.
After that, it was done.
Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
I used to love Foo Fighters. Oh my god.
I'm seeing
Sun.
Corn going the same path right now. I'm
Well,
very
Corn's with
scared.
fucking Skrillex, and Skrillex
Skrillex is not really a person. Skrillex is a type of beat.
No, but they're a little band group, what the fuck ever you want to call it. I like dubstep, I like Korn. Don't mix them, because it doesn't work out.
Like you've already created new metal by yourselves. Why are you trying to create a new genre of metal?
It's just stop.
A lot of, I've heard a lot of dubsteps, and like they all literally sound like wub 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 the entire time.
Well, no, I found one
How
like.
you describe dubstep.
Yeah, that's how you describe it.
Well, dubstep's actually
But-
created by a
No,
certain
but I
beats
like,
per second.
but I'm not saying
That's
I don't.
what's
I'm not saying I don't like dubstep because you know, like the Legend of Zelda ones that like Sean showed me and stuff. I like those when they're big. Well,
I looked up the Zelda metal. He looked up the dubstep.
okay, so
They're both really good.
yeah. So so the ones that because I'm sorry, Pat gave them to me, and I like those ones because they're based off like a song, and they're dubstep that goes really well with the song.
Yeah.
Like the song of Stormy one, like when it's raining
You
and
can actually
really
follow the
windy.
fucking song.
Yeah, and when it's raining, windy, it sounds great and stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
And there's
But-
at least 10 different layers of actual music.
Yeah, and stuff as compared to like some of them. Like if you go on YouTube and you look up a dubstep, they're like really crappy.
There's like
Like-
maybe
Well,
There's like two
I like,
different going at a time.
that's why I like DJ Fixa, because he's the one that did the good Zelda dubstep. Because everyone else, if you try to find them, they have the really shitty, too much wall and all that. And it's just like boom, 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 over and
How
over.
did dubstep come back from the 90s back to like today? It was in the 90s.
Yeah.
It started out in the 90s, but
the music I listen to it.
yeah, exactly.
It
Like
just wasn't for
I
its
did.
time. It was
well,
before.
dubstep was just at the same time as like techno, but techno like really
In the
Techno
90s,
took off, like,
in the 90s it was electro.
well like
Yeah.
right.
Electro was in the 90s, then starting in the 2000s, started going to techno, and then dubstep came back.
it's
I like
everyone-
dubstep, I do, because it's good to kick back, relax, do what you want to. If you get super
Wait,
drunk, while listening to it-
you kick back while listening to how can you kick back from listening to dubstep?
I
Dubstep you gotta start moving.
Not always.
No, I just was like mellow and just like.
Yeah, we listen to
Like,
we listen to
okay.
dubstep in the car.
Yeah,
and Skylar has to like fucking dance or at least bob his head. See, this is where we need a video podcast for this crap.
Yeah, if I listen to dubstep and there's only like a few songs I actually like, and as soon as it comes on, I'm like,
He's dancing. You can't see this.
You can't see anybody dancing in the weirdest ways, but this is exactly
well,
why.
that's how can you dance to dubstep?
This is why no one wants to sit in the back.
any way you want to. As long as if you can match the beat, just go however you want to.
I'm waiting for it in the
Wow, 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 wow.
There is one.
Look on YouTube, you'll find a dubstep probably anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's good.
People get
Sometimes
bored.
it's
You'll
bad.
probably find a dubstep of a Mary Poppins song.
You can find all songs like if you want on 8-bit. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
They fit the shit.
It is
Batman
shit.
cartoon, dubstep.
What?
The old
I've
Batman cartoon. What's
I've looked up,
that
Batman dubstep. There's kind of like that's the same way I found my Optimus Prime, my Darth Vader, my Street Fighter, and all that dubstep. As I looked up Batman dubstep, and they took the Batman theme and someone made this really good one, and then the other 30,000 that I found were all shit. And then for the main picture for it was Adam West going like this. He's like pointing off in the sky and it just says "pow," and it's just like.
What does dubstep look like? If we could turn it into something, what would it look like?
Bass.
Sound waves.
Dude, it'd be like you're on fucking acid and colors are just like,
Bass.
The colors and smell the sound.
Yeah, when you're that fucked up, it's bad.
Oh yeah,
Like,
don't ever watch a
like,
movie.
You could probably see, if you could see it, like, you would see, like, the sound waves and stuff, like, just flashing at you kind of thing.
Well, like, when you're doing some things, which may or may not be illegal, don't ever watch a movie that has bullets in it, or gunfire. You'll see the ripples in the walls and the bullets moving. So, like, you've seen Freak on a Leash. The video, how the bullets flying in and shit,
fucking cool.
it's a lot like that. And you're just like, oh, God. And you're tripping out.
If I do see that and it's in my face, I'm like, boom.
Fucking just headbutt and explosion and fireworks and the sound just...
Do like a beatbox kind of growl kind of thing going on. Yeah. I got music video in my head.
By the way, Novocaine does not condone the use of drugs.
No, Novocaine does not condone the use of alcohol,
we don't
underage,
condone drugs, but yet we dump fire and all that.
smoking underage, or any of the said above.
Remember, kids, when you're 18, you can do whatever the fuck you want because you can be tried as an adult.
Why the fuck are kids watching or listening to this?
Because there's a lot of crap on YouTube and they randomly. No, we have before.
What?
On 2 of them, we put Skyward's. This is for adults.
For adults.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wait, it's like this.
This is not for kids.
This is how it goes. Hey kids, this is not for children.
Forever young. No, our podcast is not for kids. That's completely understandable.
No, but then that also proves another point is that like most parents do not watch what their kids are doing nowadays.
Most parents don't give a shit.
No, they don't and stuff because like they're like, oh, they're cussing, it's alright. I mean, they're eventually gonna learn.
Most parents are tech
savvy.
Most parents are not
enough
90s
to
parents.
know what their kids are doing on
Well, it's
the
like,
internet.
okay, remember that big thing where
And most kids are dumb as hell and decide, oh, look, we're not going to make it to our browser history. It's not saved.
That goes for someone. But like that one incident where that guy in Texas where his daughter was posting all that stupid shit about like their maid, quote unquote, which wasn't. It was a helper that they're helping out by giving her a job, and shit like that. She was being a bitch about it, and so he took, and he's a IT specialist.
Yeah.
So he can see what she puts on Facebook, even though she's blocked them.
Yeah.
And he printed out, took her laptop that he just spent like $130 to fix. What he didn't say in the video is that he took her hard drive out, so all her shit was saved. Took a 45 with explosive rounds, put it in the ground, and every time he said something like she said, and he was like, yeah, bam, that's another one. That's another one. Shot the shit out of it. And then, you know, it was on YouTube. It's Facebook for, or Parenting for Facebook or something like that, or Good Parenting, whatever. And it shows that, you know, parents nowadays have the means to get a hold of what their kids are doing. Not everyone cares.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, hell, my dad, when I was a kid, my dad put he put a password and stuff so I couldn't even get on the damn internet. Although I found a way past it because the time he did let me on, I downloaded Mozilla Firefox.
Nice.
And so it would let me on Mozilla Firefox, it's not the internet. Or whatever.
IE.
Internet.
I do not condone the use of IE. Fuck IE.
I actually like Internet Explorer.
I hate it.
I do too.
I don't mind it.
I like it.
You're a hipster, okay?
You're a fucking hipster.
Because I use Google Chrome. I prefer Firefox though.
Okay, Firefox, Google Chrome, all that, those are fine and all, but I don't mind Internet Explorer. It's not bad. I've never really had a problem with it.
I've never had a problem with any like internet browser. Like I've used Mozilla, I've used Internet Explorer, I've used Google Chrome. They give me a means to get to the internet. I really have not had a problem with either one. They just have different. They just have different interfaces.
Yeah. Have you ever used a program called Browser Bob?
No.
Yeah.
You can create your own internet browser.
Yeah.
Like the interface, the look of it,
Did
everything.
you use that?
I use it all as a kid.
It's define kid because I remember you having like this
In my
weird,
teens.
Okay, I remember you having this one when I came over to your house sometime. Like your internet browser was kind of like weird.
I had one.
When I went over one
Had
time.
nothing
In
but
my
nipples.
teens, basically, like you choose the interface border, the buttons, the layout of everything. So you can have the buttons here, wherever.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a pretty decent program. It's nifty. It's a very good use of your creative time if you ever have any time for that.
When you're not looking at porn, David.
I make random Photoshop. You guys know this. I have proof.
I mean, it's a very creative use of software. I choose not to use it because when I go on the internet, I don't care what the damn browser looks like. I just care what I'm looking at.
Porn.
Well, no. And I can prove this against me because the last time I checked the browser history on Firefox, I was not the last one to use the laptop, and somebody was on RedTube.
We won't name who, but somebody was on RedTube and they did not delete their browsing history.
That's why you search in private.
Who was on RedTube?
Anything sketchy.
On your laptop, I don't care about the history of it because I don't really use your laptop to go to sketchy sites. On my PC, though, I don't save any history whatsoever. You don't know where I go.
I would like to say I saw your browser history on the laptop.
Mine?
His.
On my laptop?
Yeah.
You shouldn't be surprised.
Delete your...
I'm just going to say you shouldn't be surprised.
I'm just saying you should delete your history.
Start
I'm the only one with nudes that I'm aware of.
Of what?
Well, you can go look at
it.
it.
The cosplay one.
No, not the cosplay ones, but those are cool.
I have
The
not
cosplay
seen
one
that's on the card is
Yeah.
the shit.
Yeah.
Again,
So,
this podcast is not for kids.
Got into an argument earlier today with someone, not gonna name who, but they're volunteering at TwoCon, which is this weekend.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Oh, cool.
and they're having like several panels for things like My Little Pony. That was strike one. There's video game cosplayers from video games that don't have an anime or manga adaptation. That was strike two. The moment that I heard that there was Doctor Who cosplayers, that was strike three. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Doctor Who. But when you have stuff like internet memes, Doctor Who, video game characters that do not have an anime/manga adaptation,
So like what?
or most of all ponies, it's not necessarily an anime con anymore. It's more of a pop culture convention, and I'm just look, if it's not anime or manga, just keep it out of it.
No, it's like a crappier
Well, good luck
Comic-Con.
Comic-Con, everybody.
Basically.
I mean, Comic-Con's great. I've been to one and stuff. They have like everything
I mean,
there.
Comic-Con, the first thing that comes to mind is comic books, but what Comic-Con actually is more so stood for is like a nerd/geek.
the persona of
Yeah,
the geek.
exactly.
Yeah. Okay, geeks don't always just have comics. They have web shit. They have
Video
TV,
games.
They have everything. Movies.
Yeah.
That's why there's.
Yeah, the one I
you go
went to back
there's
in
like the Fifth Element chick. You know, every time. Yeah, they may not look appealing, but they still do
Some
it.
do, some don't. Win some, lose some.
Okay, guys. Okay.
You got
Big
good,
fat-
the bad,
big
the
fat-
ugly.
fat
But I
man.
mean, I went off on this rant. They got all pissed off at me for going off on this rant, but I feel completely entitled to say it. If it's not really anime or manga related, it doesn't belong at an anime convention.
Yes.
And then they brought up the point that, well, an otaku is a type of nerd/geek. I'm like, yes, but an otaku is the type of nerd/geek that is all about anime, manga, and Japanese culture. And last I checked, and he even agreed on this, Doctor Who is European. Mainly British because the Doctor is primarily
He's always
British.
in London. And
I mean, the current Doctor has a sidekick that's Scottish, but it's European.
Yeah.
Ponies? Fuck ponies. They're not even anime.
Yes.
Fuck you, bronies.
Video game characters, like I said, unless they have a huge anime and manga adaptation like Pokemon does, it doesn't belong.
Or hell, even Final Fantasy became like, anime based and stuff, so that's fine.
One thing I was saying, like he brought up as well during our conversation was like Vocaloid. Vocaloid is not a anime.
I don't know how, but it has enough of a background of dolphins and fanfics and all that shit.
That's
but it has, and it originated
It's
in
acceptable
Japan.
because, it's Japanese culture.
Well, not only that, there's also, other stuff. But yeah, I can appreciate good cosplay. If you have a cosplay that's like for some random shit,
like I said.
that's fine. Bring it, do what you want, have fun. But if it's an anime con, don't bring in especially ponies. That's not related to any anime at all. There's a fucking show. It's an anime
Well, it's like I
show.
was saying with Doctor Who. Like I don't hate Doctor Who. I like Doctor Who. I mean, if you see a good cosplay, then yeah, I mean it's great and everything. But it's not anime. Keep it out.
At PCC, we had a whole Doctor Who theme rave and ball and party and all that bullshit.
PCC Comic-Con.
Yeah,
that's
Comic-Con.
acceptable.
Animeland 2Con, which is
Anime.
their whole title is Anime Land, and then 2Cons for Tucson.
Yeah.
You don't need to have fucking ponies. Yeah, at Konnichiwa they had pony fucking bullshit. Ponies was it's a show that someone decided to turn into a meme, and it's gone fucking...
It's a cartoon. You don't see freaking people going having SpongeBob crap there.
Yeah, exactly.
So, however, I saw someone that was dressed like Patrick there. I would laugh at it, tell them how wrong they were, but I'd still laugh at it and say it was cool.
That'd still be funny, yeah.
Well, that's for you.
You don't see people like being crazy about it, raving about it, and everything, like having panels about like SpongeBob and crap.
No, but they have fucking ponies.
Well, no, last year they had
fight.
Well, no, because remember last year at TwoCon, well, you weren't there, but you were there. They had the Alice in Wonderland thing.
Oh, it was awesome.
They're doing the same thing as that Alice in Wonderland thing, but with ponies instead.
Yeah.
Well, I got
No,
but I got a hand to like American McGee's Alice.
That was a sick ass game.
With that game,
love
the
it.
thing that stood out the most with me was her hair.
Exactly, everyone's like the hair was the greatest animated hair you will ever see
how
in a
many
game.
strands she had that was like always moving. It was
Like
always
if you went if you went to the portal, did like the little mini game or whatever where you had to kill like the creatures, and it usually like it would zoom in on her face before you went back to where you were, and you could just see like the hair like move around her face perfectly.
Yeah, it
wave around.
wasn't just like a little fake here and there. It was the full hair. Was always
like you see every strand and stuff like free by itself, freely like moving around like in the wind.
Yeah,
it was the most beautiful like
amazing.
animation of hair like you would see in a
It
game.
was great.
Right.
And it wasn't only just the hair. It's like when she moved, the hair would move.
Yeah,
Yeah, it wasn't just a static piece on her, like a piece of clothing. It was literally a piece that moved.
Yeah, exactly. And if you were in an area where it had like an extreme amount of wind, it would look like it was just more than one clump of hair moving. It looked like each and every single individual piece of hair had its own. And it's not like it would just like move one way. Like you could see like it would move like to the front of her face, or like if she was moving, like it'd be like the other way.
You know how they did that? They put the motion cap all over someone's hair and let that blow, and to get the effect of it.
Yeah, they did a great job. I mean, like when she was jumping, when she was moving,
or when she's like on a lift or something, moving. Like if she's on a lift and it's like the panel's going down, her hair would move like it's flowing.
You guys now remind me what I'm gonna be getting tomorrow. Huh. Like I was trying to figure out when am I gonna get at GameStop.
Yeah. It was a great game. So
I need to.
I pre-ordered it. It was great.
He had it. I borrowed it. I gave it back to him, and then.
I had it for a little while, but I didn't really find any more use to it after 100%ed it.
Well, yeah, like I really turned it back, but he didn't get to finish it.
I never got to finish it.
Yeah, I never finished mine.
Because Kyle wanted to borrow it, and I wasn't using it at the time, and I went to go ask him about it. He's like, oh, I traded it in. It's like, no.
Both games are just amazing.
Dude, they were, and like when you were in the water level and stuff, like, back to the hair, I mean, like it was like she was in water, like the hair was like kind of just floating around.
Have you seen me in the water?
I don't like specifically look at you.
No, I'm just saying. When I'm in water, I have long fucking hair. If listeners don't know that.
Yeah.
My hair is fucking just flowing, and in the game, it pictured that perfectly.
Yeah.
They did a great job.
But I think but back to like the cons and stuff. Like I think anime cons are going like. I mean, it was okay. I find it okay when it was anime. I find it okay. 2 years ago it was great. I mean, sure, Hetalia was everywhere, but Hetalia still was an anime. And I found it. Yeah, when I want to. Yeah, we need to. But the point is, like,
a different con. It's very well put.
I found it okay, like when they started putting games in there. Like even stuff like that didn't necessarily have an anime or manga reference. So it's like I saw good American McGee's Alice's cosplayers.
I remember that.
And
she did a great job.
There was like my first year at Konichiwa. My first year at Konichiwa, like I saw a chick who was American McGee's Alice, and she was actually pretty cute, yeah, pretty attractive, yeah. She's a real girl. Okay, I wouldn't say hot, but she was really cute. Okay, so but
messed up chicks are easy.
When they start putting stuff in there that's not games or anime, I mean, it's getting like a little ridiculous. What are you doing?
You're high-fiving over messed up chicks are easy. And I'm just like face palm guy.
Okay, look, that is a very true subject. A girl that's not all there in the head, but still attractive, is very...
Oh, Alice? I'd date her. I'd fuck that.
Okay, I'll look it up.
How can you is the question.
I don't like the fact that you said, I'll date her. I'd fuck that. You went in the wrong order.
No, well, you don't want to get to know a person.
Try it before you buy. No, because you don't want to get in too deep.
Guys.
No, hold on.
I was talking to Alice every time I was playing the game. I was like, so what are we doing today?
Hold on. Hey, baby, how you know what we're gonna do? You don't want to get too deep into with someone. No, I don't mean physically.
Not real.
They're not all there in the head because it doesn't work right. You don't want that kind of relationship. You want the kind of relationship.
Yeah, you don't want to be pushed into a train.
Yeah.
I don't want to. It sounds more traumatic. Dude, that was the most satisfying ending ever.
Like, you fucking did it!
Yay!
I was like, finally a boss fight.
I saw the video
okay.
online. It was further defends the fact that it defends the whole why most Yu-Gi-Oh players out there are adults as opposed to being kids.
I read that. I watched that.
Has we started it?
Well, no, it's because a lot of the players nowadays were the kids that grew up with it along the way. Yeah. The game itself may be targeted towards little kids, but a lot of the errata and rulings and advanced play, kids can't understand this shit.
No.
You can try to explain to them that they can only use the effect of a monster once in a chain. They can't use it multiple times in said chain. Like you go to any also when it comes to cards, it's a business. You need to make sure that whenever you buy a pack, you're either walking away with an equal or greater amount, and it's an investment on that end, or when you're trading, you're not being ripped off with value.
Have you noticed when I buy packs or anything like that, if it's not worth it, I'm not buying like that 6-hand deck.
All you were going to get was like 3 cards. Yeah, just go online, get a few cards that you need for less than the $10. There you go. Well, so it's the business measure that kids won't understand. It's the advanced play and rulings, because you never see the 7-year-old, 8-year-old kid going into a YCS championship and coming out first place. Yeah. It's usually some guy in his 20s.
Yeah. Experience.
Exactly. You have the experience, you have the knowledge and know-how of rulings and errata. What the game is targeted at is kids that have parents with disposable income that will buy packs of cardboard just to shut their kids up.
Yeah.
Pretty much, because that's
Look up, Timmy. Here's a card.
Basically. Yeah. But the game, I mean, we as players know the game is meant for a much older audience that has a greater grasp on logic and concept of strategy.
I did not read this or see this, but I agree with you.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, the way that and plus it's like the guy said, I'm 22 years old. If I'm playing a card game that's not hurting anybody, who the fuck cares? At least I'm not out stabbing people, robbing banks, and shooting cops.
All right, hold on. Everyone in here is an adult.
Yes.
And we all play.
Yeah.
That kind of just supports his fucking thing completely.
And most of us experience adult things.
Best female duelist we've ever come in contact with.
And then there was a guy that said that he's had girlfriends in the past because he's a gamer and he plays Yu-Gi-Oh! He's had girlfriends in the past sit there and buy packs of cards for him just to pull him out of video games. And playing the card game itself, it's easier for people to pull them out of that than it is video games.
Well, 'cause the game could capture you for a fucking day or two.
Exactly.
There's that guy in, they had this like big marathon of
Diablo 3 that died.
And the guy sat there for 40 hours and fucking died.
You didn't eat or anything?
No, he
It's
ate.
happening in World of Warcraft.
What it is that you get blood clots. When you sit too long, you can actually get heart attacks.
Oh, yeah, like you...
He sat there for
what you're-
40 hours and got a...
What you're saying is that we could have died on Bungie Day?
Yeah.
It's called, because, you know what it's called? It's a pulmonary...
Yeah, but the point is that we took breaks, we like...
Like in between rounds, we would get up, go to the bathroom, get drinks.
It's called a
That kind of
pulmonary embolism.
Yes.
It's where a blood clot passes through your heart into your lungs. That's what the guy died from. It is, if you sit too long naturally, like any people that have like jobs where like an office job where they just sit, it's bad for them. That's
All right, anybody that's been to school and stuff, like you realize you're sitting there and you get tired just sitting there for an hour or two.
Yeah.
And stuff. You've been to class.
And if you're in college, it's a 3-4 hour long class sometimes.
Yeah, that's why teachers give you breaks, like between...
Blue collars, unite! Blue collars, unite!
Everyone
Working class.
Yeah! Because we're not...
Blue collars.
Yeah,
colors.
No, it's like blue collars.
I would put my hand in the air.
No,
Blue team.
No, I think I'm outmasked here because I think
But soon, if
you're all blue, red team.
But soon, we might be white collars. Roost!
Oh, you fucked up.
Yeah, I know.
Fucked it up.
You done fucked up.
Now you fucked up.
Nova team!
You fucked up now.
Nova team.
Nova team!
Knuckle bump.
Nova team!
No one else sees it. There we go.
Did we...
You gotta talk loudly, dick.
You can't hit me, that's why.
Fuck you guys.
File. Take my money.
The chain ends with me.
What? What? You want to go, Scholar? Okay, I'm kidding.
Don't break my TV.
I accidentally folded. Dude, I don't think I could take anyone in this room. I'm aware Laurel is in this room. I don't think I could take her.
But yeah, one of the bigger reasons why I watched that video, and there was 2 parts to it, is because a while back, because, you know, Vanessa's in the whole My Little Pony thing.
Oh my god, yeah.
It's a meme.
Really?
She only likes memes.
Well, no, she watches the show and everything, too.
Okay,
Doesn't make
I'm
sense.
going to be perfectly honest, really quick.
Anyway.
What is defined as a meme?
Something very, very popular
Slenderman?
on the internet, like, no, Slenderman's creepypasta more than a meme.
Yeah.
It is a meme, actually.
Creepypastas are memes, but it's not as big of a meme.
Yeah.
It's like creepypasta.
Lately, it is.
Creepypasta is a subcategory.
No, it's just
of
a
meme.
popular creepypasta. It's not necessarily a meme. The stuff like the troll face, the whole Me Gusta thing, YOLO. The thing with, YOLO.
You know what
Fuck that.
Me Gusta means? I like.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
And then they have that retarded face with it. But stuff like that, that's like all over 4chan.
Why would no one know that?
All that stuff. I guess it's like that would be an internet meme. The very first one was that stupid 3D dancing baby.
Oh shit!
From the
I remember that. That was from what's that fucking show? They had it in that fucking
Anyway,
show.
but that was the first one.
Ally McBeal.
But like internet memes are just very, very popular things that have come over the internet, and it was how the whole My Little Pony thing started. Apparently there's been several generations of the show, and then like the most recent one, they started this huge thing on 4chan about it. It just became very popular after time, and then that's where it is now.
You know, some people say that was the actual people behind My Little Pony trying to get it like well known.
I doubt it, but at the same time, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't.
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean,
That's the best way to market.
Like, would you be
free
surprised?
market and go on 4chan?
Well, it's like, would you be surprised if people like did shit like that? No.
No,
It happens.
it's best. It's the
Anyway,
best market. Free market.
She tried showing me
Okay,
this video
let's turn
about
Power Rangers
how.
into something.
She tried showing me this video about how, like, sure, My Little Pony is targeted towards like a low little girl audience and everything, but like a lot of the fan base turns out to be adults and all this other kind of shit. I'm like, all right, if it's a girl that likes the show, I don't mind it. If it's a guy, it's kind of creepy. Yeah, but she tried showing me this huge video about it because people like it for animation, story basis, blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay.
There's no story.
This Yu-Gi-Oh video is my counter offer.
This Red Tube video is my counter.
It's like, no, we will try this.
No, this is what this is how I imagine it going. It was like,
Position 1 or position 2?
Well, you want me to watch it? You're right.
If you got balls, you can go.
For every episode, it's a new position.
For every episode, we try something that we know you won't like.
So what were you saying about the little ponies?
What were you saying, David?
I imagine, like, he shows him this video. He's like, interesting argument. Here's my counter offer. So he basically just, like, he throws in the video and runs away.
Hey, honey, I want to show you something about ponies. Well, before you do that, position 1 or position 2?
I'm gonna let you finish.
You can continue now.
Okay.
The first thing you say really in this podcast, you're like, oh, fuck.
So
I'm trying to get a word in, and then I just get like, nope.
her first independent thought is just, fuck it. I don't know.
So I saw something on Facebook where it was comparing Iron Man to Batman.
Yeah.
Both of them have dead parents. Here's the difference, though. Iron Man's weren't murdered. Batman's were. Batman grows up, becomes this billionaire playboy and everything, doesn't really get the women. Iron Man grows up, gets all this superior technology,
hold on.
gets a bunch of women and all that shit. Moral of the story, don't let your parents get murdered.
You done goofed. Because Batman's had women the whole time.
But he doesn't go after them like Iron Man.
So Bruce Wayne had the women, but Batman himself,
But Bruce Wayne is the Batman.
Yeah, but
Iron
it was
Man,
only
no,
as
no,
an
no,
appearance
no, no.
did he ever have all the
There's a
women.
difference between what you're saying. There is.
I know there's
Yeah,
a
Tony
difference.
Stark himself, he had the women. Bruce Wayne did not.
But Iron Man didn't go after the women until later. For the most part, when he was Iron Man, he was not going after the women.
No, he was a womanizer before that.
No, I'm saying no. When he's Iron Man,
Yeah, but Bruce Wayne
as a hero,
no.
himself, like Bruce Wayne and Tony Stark.
Yeah.
What was that?
Bruce Wayne does not get the women.
No,
Stark does.
You know, listen.
And they were like, moral of the
Yeah.
story is, don't let your parents get murdered.
Because
fuck you,
What
Batman.
was the redhead's name in Iron Man 2?
his secretary or whatever.
Pepper.
Pepper
I
Pot.
mean, the actor.
Pepper Pot.
Her actor.
The actor.
Google it.
They were talking about Rooster Teeth. I forgot.
Google it, David.
She had an ass
Give me a
kick and
second.
everything. And
Give me a
shit.
second.
Oh, that's I got.
Why do you only know
Wait,
her
what?
tits?
Is he Black Widow or is
No, it's his wife.
No, not the wife, the assistant.
No, but they get married eventually.
They do.
I'm talking about the hot young assistant.
I'm talking about her actual name. Wait,
Pepper Pot.
she was a blonde?
that's his. Yeah, that's.
She wasn't a redhead, she was a blonde.
She was redhead in that movie.
No.
No, she was blonde.
She was a
Wait, are you
hot
talking about Black Widow or his
Black
assistant?
Widow.
Oh, that's
Black
Scarlett
Widow.
Johansson.
Yeah,
that's right. There we go.
Oh, I thought you were talking about. Like,
No,
Yeah,
I was talking
about
about
Pepper.
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys have
Pepper
saying
is
like
not-
his wife, and I'm saying
Well, Pepper is
assistant.
not
His
Black
wife
Widow.
was his assistant. Well, was
Oh,
assistant
the
to
other
wife.
assistant.
They turned her back on him. Yeah, and was a member of Shield.
And yeah, she's hot.
Yeah, she had new pics up. She had her boyfriend. Her boyfriend leaked. Actually, someone stole. Okay, somehow someone stole a phone.
He's
something.
the guy that leaked it. He's getting like 8 years, was it?
Yeah, he's getting a lot of trouble.
He's getting a lot of years.
But she was mad.
But
Good
man,
lawyers
they were
for
worth
win.
it.
I remember when that first popped up on 4chan. Someone was like, Scarlett Johansson ass. Look, and
Where?
there's a picture of her in she's standing there naked, and here's the mirror, and she's taking a self shot. Or no, she's taking a self shot, and behind her is the mirror.
Yeah.
And so you can see her ass, and everyone's just like, what? And you can see her face, you can tell it's her, and everything, and then there was more and more.
And
I like the one that Rooster
perfect.
Teeth posted, where it's Joel's face on her body.
I've never seen that.
I have it on my laptop, I'll show you. The same picture that Scott had, where she's sitting back on a bed in like a thong, and then it's Joel's face.
And look what face was he making?
It's just like this random face.
Wait, is it Joel's hair or her hair?
No, it's just his face. Just cut out this part of the face.
Is he just like having a smile on
No,
his
no,
face?
does he have the hair?
No, yeah, he has the hair and everything.
Okay, there you go.
It's just his face.
What kind of smile was he? Was he doing his look?
Like his normal face. And it was fucking hilarious. Oh god, it was.
Dude, I want to turn my like post smile into a meme.
Something going on at 14 right now. Apparently, Snooki leaked naked pictures and everything.
Don't look at him.
Don't look. They'll start this thread for it, and there's like 2 pictures of like her. After that, every other picture is of people vomiting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because of how gross it is.
No, but
Snooki, wash Snooki, biscuit.
just because this is bugging me, the actress that plays Pepper Potts, Gwyneth Paltrow or
Yeah,
something.
Gwyneth
Paltrow.
Paltrow.
Yeah.
Okay,
She's
how do
old.
you mess that up?
I don't know.
It's so many times.
G-W-Y. How the hell do you pronounce
No, but it's been
Look
said
at
so
Charlotte
many times
Johansson.
before.
No, well, I don't listen to you people.
You don't watch movies.
What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people?
Okay, I'm surrounded by white people right now. What do you mean by?
Hey, I'm only white. I'm only half white. He's like Obama. Better version of Obama.
Really,
Obama.
you could run the country.
Hell yeah.
In the
I could.
ground.
I have people in my Bible. I could run the country. That's what would make it a great country.
Okay, yeah, we would be the advisors. He'd be pushing for Native American rights. I'd be pushing for money. He'd be pushing for redheaded women, and she'd say, "Fuck it all,
Hey.
let's blow up the country."
That's what I say to all you. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. Fuck you.
I'm out.
Yes, Pat. I said
Okay,
fuck you
fine.
twice.
No money for you. I'll work for myself.
We'll impeach you, asshole.
Yeah,
I'm not giving you any.
No, I got a better idea.
Hold on,
No,
hold on.
we'll impeach you, put him in charge. He'll be all about Native American rights, and I'll get the money to fund that.
And I'll bring
I
out the
got
red
a-
carpet.
And I got the bombs.
I got a better idea. We'll get leverage on you.
Wait.
Force you out of office.
Fuck that. Office? I've had President of the United States.
I support patient
I disagree.
5
He has to
years
be
got me speaking a
35.
little weird.
True.
What?
He's like, "This, sir, is your next president of the United States." I'm like, "I disagree. He has to be 35.
Big ID.
I took government. I know what's going on.
Yeah, you have to be 35.
35 and you know.
Also, you have to be born in the
Yeah,
same
when
month.
I'm 35, I'm going to run the presidency under my
No one
own
voted
branch.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Under my own category.
I have all the
Green
American
Party,
population.
Democrats,
You know how
Republicans,
much that is?
What's your
Monarchy Party.
when you
Yeah.
when you go up? I'm gonna put mine up too. And also, what's your branch?
I'm going to be the Monarchy Party.
Mine's gonna be go fuck yourself.
We go fuck yourself
Damn it,
party.
you took mine.
Can I be the biscuit?
Native Party. I'll vote for you.
But the natives don't vote.
I'll vote.
Wait, natives don't vote?
No.
No,
Need
get
to.
the
Okay.
sympathy vote. All the white people that feel sorry for the stuff that they took from me. Get the
I'm sorry,
sympathy
but
You know how many fucking people feel sorry? Very little.
Very little. I don't like that.
Hey,
Third problem.
more than the
is
Green Party.
We'll take back those
I'm still like, look, I'm native. You guys all fucked up.
Give me monies.
Vote for me.
Did you guys see that there's
Okay.
I've seen like a bunch of different parties. There's like the gay Nazi party or something.
What?
Yeah, there's like
That's an oxymoron.
Their sign is like the swastika, but it's like all like rainbow colored around
Yeah.
it.
No. Okay. What it has
That
is
does not make
It
sense.
has the Iron Cross.
I'm confused.
The original one has the Iron Cross with the rainbow behind it.
Yeah, and I've seen like one, and then there's the Great Nazi Party. There's like all these different like, you know, basically oxymoron parties, which I find
But
hilarious.
they're like not really Nazis. They're
Basically,
like,
it's
They're no.
whites are allowed to live and be gay. Is their probably
straight
the slogan.
They're
The
no.
straight
the
Jews
broke
guys.
Jews. The broke Jews.
The broke
Sorry, Tom.
Sorry, Tom. Anyway,
Tom.
what do you guys feel about doing Tuscan Raiders with Sean's uncle?
Oh yeah.
Bad people, yeah.
Oh yeah.
One leaves, they come back with 3.
Oh wait, what do you
first of
mean?
all,
Star Wars.
What?
I know, it's Star Wars.
Okay.
My uncle works in the media.
Yeah,
Sunflower. He was gonna get Tuscan Raider outfits for all of us.
How much?
No, wait. He's gonna do it to promote
It's
those
a promote
items.
thing. It's gonna promote them for a charity, but
Wait,
we're still
hold
gonna dress like them.
Does it have to be Tuscan Raider? Can I have a scout?
No,
it's gotta be
Shouldn't it?
sensible. No, ask him like personally, like. Hold on, like, is he good at making the outfits? You can give him the money, and you can probably have him make you a really good scout uniform.
Too bad. Oh no, but I'll pay the fucking the charity bullshit. I do want a scout armor.
Yeah, but
Ask him, you'll probably have to pay for it.
Well, no, I pay for it.
Yeah, but I'm sure you can make it.
I want my scout armor.
The problem is, we'd have to take a road trip somewhere, probably here in California where the sand dunes are, where it's just fucking desolate. Where you want to take the photos. Yeah, where you want to take the photos.
Yeah, if you want like desolate though, you probably have to go down like farther towards Mexico because they actually have like
near Baja.
I got a perfect picture idea for the outfits and all that stuff.
Pissing on someone?
They got in trouble in the military.
No.
Just hear him out.
Just hear me out on this. You're gonna love it, okay? Yeah, there's pissing involved. You're gonna be dressed up as the Sandman, the Sand People and all that stuff. And we're gonna have like you pissing on the wall. Everybody's gonna be around you and all that stuff. You're kind of hidden, but you're still seen. There's people around you just doing whatever. The text, careful. There's Sand People among us.
Basically, we need to go to the city. You like just on a wall, pretending like you're pissing or real pissing, whatever you want.
Real piss.
Okay, and then and then take a picture of that. It's like you're off in the corner. It's one of those. I'm sure it's like one of those. What is it? You'll shit rocks when you see it or something.
Oh, you'll shit a brick when you see
brick.
it.
Yeah.
I want to bring a boom box when we're all dressed up and everything. Turn on, take my phone, and just go.
Why do I need to Google it? I'm pretty sure all those pictures originate.
Scouts are the best troopers ever.
I don't know. I'm gonna say Dark Troopers.
The rocket ones from Battlefront 2?
Hell yeah, I'm talking about the book.
I love those. I'm just saying,
I'm talking about the book.
Troopers were the best troopers ever. Yeah, they crashed sometimes. That's okay.
Christ, they got beat by a bunch of little bears.
I hit that with like
no, it's not. You're not destroyed by an army of boo-boos.
That's okay. They were the best ones ever, and at PCC there was only 2 scout troopers, and I got a picture with both of them, and I told them they were fucking cool because they showed up, because everyone else was like, oh, I'm going to be a stormtrooper or a clone trooper.
So how do
the clone trooper? It's about the scout.
Elite Force with laser guns, walking turrets.
They underestimated Ewoks. Enough said.
With rocks?
Yes.
And logs.
Rocks are awesome, dude. They're designing this armor to withstand bullets and lasers.
No.
What's the weakness? Why are the rocks connected?
Hold on. No, the weakness is sticks and stones. No. Haven't you ever seen the video? That armor is specifically made for them to die, so when they get shot.
Speaking of Battlefront, what? Who thinks that LucasArts should make Battlefront 3?
Dude, that was a fun game.
No, they had Battlefront 1 and 2, but they should have a...
I played the fuck out of the second one on the PSP.
Dude, the second time... No, I had it for the PS2. I played that thing online, I played it online and stuff in the space battles. Those things are fucking awesome.
I played it on the PSP, and whenever I found something that had the same game, we'd sit there and just jam out in like 8th grade. And we were like, boo-ba-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop.
It was a fucking awesome game.
It was a great game. Great game.
But Dan,
I loved the space fights where you could take a ship to someone else's ship.
Yeah.
Start wrecking their shit.
No, that's what happens. Like, you get in the fastest ship you can, fly over there through everything else, just land their ship and start fucking everything up.
Yeah.
I was always the dude with like the detonator or whatever, so just throw it at there and stuff, and it blew like half the health off of it.
I like how you become randomly like Vader, or if you're on the good side.
Oh yeah, and then there was
like
later on I discovered you can fast run.
Well, no, see, I randomly would be like, it's Vader time, and I'd run out and start.
And there was one level where it was all like the badasses, like you could be both, you could be one of the Jedis, you could be like whatever, all in one level. I think it was like just Tatooine, the fucking...
That was I did that all the time.
I was always both that because there was a giant ass like broken ship, but it was the highest point there.
I'd
always jump up there and just start shooting people.
I was always doing it because I love Dooku's back that his saber is actually a lot stronger than like one swing. And if you jump really high, you can do this little slash attack. That does like a little loop every time you do it.
I'd always just shoot a rocket on that.
Oh, the fucking wrist rocket?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to talk about an argument that I fucking hated so much as a kid. And I always fucking got in fights with, like, kids about the
cars.
With the Count Dooku with his lightsaber, people thought it was a gun at times, too. Because on, like, Star Wars episode... Because on Episode 2, because it was curved. And on Episode 2, when Anakin got, like, hit like this and stuff, Dooku's main attack is actually...
A jab.
Yeah, and people are thinking he just shot. Well, how did that happen? He did this. Like, he jabbed.
He turned it on and fucking stabbed.
That's what he does. He was trained by the Sith Lord.
That's his fighting style.
He does that too. He does that. He doesn't like leave the lightsaber on. He turns it off.
Just a slight.
Because when you turn it on, it's gonna zoom to its extent. It's gonna.
It's an awesome trick attack.
Yeah, exactly.
And I got an argument just like, okay, I brought like a portable DVD device. And I'm like, okay, here we go. Watch this.
I used to think that
He turns it on long enough to make it look like a shot from a gun. So it's like.
Basically. I used to think though that Jedi also had the power to do lightning, but apparently that's Sith only power. Like Sith's the complete dark side.
Yeah.
You have like the ability because when Yoda did, I thought that was he was doing it as well, but he was like morphing it with the Force and then shooting it back.
He was controlling. What he was doing, he was absorbing it and pulling it back with his power.
Like over the Force.
The badasses.
Yeah.
He was controlling it and harnessing it to shoot it back.
That's. For no other reason and stuff. That's specifically why I love Episode 2, because Yoda's a badass, and it was the first time you ever see him fight.
Oh my god. Me and my dad, when we saw the commercial for the first time, we just went like...
Because it was like, oh, it's fucking on, because Yoda just starts jumping around. Because you always just see him, like, he's used the Force a couple times, and he's talking.
He's a 900-year-old person in Episode 2.
Yeah.
And he's young.
And that's him being young. But the point was, like, he was powerful, he was strong in the Force, and he was like the elder and everything, but you've never seen him fight. So like when you saw him fight, jumping all over the place, like messing this guy up, it was hilarious. It was so awesome.
Dude, you're getting achievements like crazy.
Hollywooding. Your acting skills.
All right, so should we end this podcast? It's already been past an hour.
Who cares? We usually go to 75.
We've like done like an hour and a half.
Oh yeah,
I kind of want to like be somewhere with my head against a pillow.
It's 11 o'clock.
Going to fun mankind or anything.
Yeah, dude. 11 o'clock. All right, we'll end it at that.
All right. Skyler's a little pussy.
I want to say goodbye to our audience. Good night.
Go for it.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.